Hey, good evening, family. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Hope everybody's doing fine. And rest in peace, R&B soul singer, songwriter Betty White. She passed away yesterday. So I will do underrated music talk tonight at 10 o'clock. I'll be saying that, or I'll be saying it throughout this so let me get this together here. I'm gonna mute my mic. Okay, I'm back. So the title is
Okay, I'm back. So
I'm sorry. Ronaldo Talk, what's good? The title is Mother, talk to your sons before it's too late. I will explain. Why I brought this up. Matter of fact, let me go through the announcements. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one. The number one grinder. Respect. Number one grinder. Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. I be chefing up information. Respect my existence. Respect the underrated one existence. Respect the LDBC existence. That stands for Lions Den Boxing Community or Basketball Community. All right, so I always want what I want to talk about it because it has to be a change. It has to be a change because in society. Well, thanks you. Well, thank you. Yeah, smash the like button. Um, in this society, they always say that fathers need to talk to their daughters. That's true. But it seems like the boys always get left out, especially some of the mothers. And and I say that because my mother sat down with me and tell me about what kind of woman they're looking for, and it helped me a lot, throughout the years. Despite I had to go through some things, but it helped me out. And this conversation is very dear to me. It's very dear. And there's information, Ronaldo Tall, and back to the basis. It's right in the chat. I want you to go check it out. And matter of fact, I think so I'm going to explain more about that. Again, mothers, talk to your sons before it's too late. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come in, and then after that, after I say what I have to say, I'm gonna open up the panel. All right, eat, tear it up, tear it up. So I'm waiting for some more people to come in. So So I'm gonna try not to be here that long because I know I gotta prepare for another live tonight. It's gonna be another underrated music talk tonight. We're gonna celebrate. The late great Betty White. She was an R&B soul. Also, she sang gospel too. Also, an excellent songwriter. And we're gonna go over the hits that she made too. I know about Betty Wright. So, but that's gonna be 10 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Right? So I'm glad that Ronaldo told you in. I'm happy for that. Appreciate that. What's going on, Rob? I'm good, Rob. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come in. Then I'm gonna put my thing on it. And anybody that wants to look at the stories, there's even I got YouTube on there. Please go up in the chat and read it. Click on it and read it. Because this is a serious problem all throughout humanity, but especially in our community. So we'll wait for some more people to come through. After I say what I have to say, I will open up the panel. The link is in the chat. So it's up to y'all to come. But I will say this, let's stick to the subject. Stick to the subject. That's what I'm saying. The ones in there, like I said, there's some stories in the chat. And, I will advise y'all to go take a look with it right now. Have your choices in it. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So let's stick to the subject. Please, let's stick to the subject. All right? I'm glad everybody doing all right. And the ones who came to Underrated Fellowship Live, thank y'all so much to come. It's very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Like I said, I will do I'm doing another underrated music talk tonight, and we're gonna talk about the late great Billy White, R&B, soul, gospel singer, also songwriter for a long time. She's born and raised in Miami, Florida, and she's something else, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And I will go, and then also it's going to be a panel discussion about that tonight. So I'm just saying, if y'all want to get on the panel, come right ahead. Gonna give about at least about 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get into it. So the ones in the chat again, we very much appreciate it. Go in the chat and read the first, second, third story. It doesn't make a difference. All it's going to be on contact all together. What I'm talking about. About 1 more minute, then I'm gonna get on. Gonna give a few more seconds, and I'm gonna start. Then after I say what I have to say, then I'm gonna open up on the panel. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Welcome to my channel, the underrated doctors. Yours truly, the underrated one, the grinder. Um, respect my existence. Respect underrated one existence. Respect the LTBC existence. Respect my family existence. Chef JT, not just chefing in the kitchen. Y'all be chefing on information. Again, the title tonight is Mothers. Mothers, talk to your sons before it's too late. All right, so why I create this title, because it's very, very rare that we hear boys is getting raped by women. And I feel that why it's happening because nobody's not trying to hear that. And in society, they don't want to deal with it. They think little boys asking for it and everything. And even there are some men be thinking that way too. And those mindset right there is very wrong, because the man become damaged and he feels that nobody don't care. So he developed this hatred attitude. He developed confused. He developed rage. Janet Dubois, how you feel? Dunbar, how you feel? Thanks for coming. And so I found out throughout the years that the daughters be taken care of. That, whatever happened with them, they sit down and talk to the daughters. But it seems like especially mothers, they don't want to sit down with their sons and tell them the real deal, what's going on out here. And mothers got to be better, and that go for fathers too. But you got to be better prepared to talk to your sons of what's going on here. You got to tell your sons the truth. There are some women paraphiles that wants to hurt you. And then a lot of them has got away with murder for years. And Janet DeBar, how you feel? And I want y'all to go check out the articles that I posted in the chat. Y'all take a good look at it. This is what I'm talking about. Be very much appreciated. And we have to do better. And even as men, we think it's funny. It's not funny. Gotta do better. If we're going to protect the little girls, we got to protect little boys too in our community. We got to stop throwing the ways that they think that, oh, they want it to happen. No. And it's more than ever that women are molesting little boys, especially in our community. Now, it's happening throughout humanity now. I'm not saying it don't, so they do. But it has happened in our community. And it seems like that some of us, we just want to turn a blind ear to that. And it's not right. So I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna stick to the subject. They'll ask you, oh, what about the one? No, we ain't talking about it. We're gonna stick to the subject tonight. That's what, again, I'm gonna emphasize it. Go to the stories that I posted in the chat, and y'all will get the picture. That's why the kids. That's why the kids sometimes they hate women. I'm not saying that can actually happen like that, but can't that could be one of the reasons. And the sad thing about it, they are getting away with murder of it. They get a slap in the wrist. Now let it be vice versa. That will not happen. I know this story probably be very sensitive for y'all. Probably like, yeah, it doesn't happen. Yes, it does happen. But if we're gonna say that we're gonna protect little black girls, we should protect little black boys. The same thing. There's no different. And we have to understand that they are important too. And any man that signed up to this, something wrong with you too. Number one, I'm talking to mothers now. If you know you have a child that is young, if you have a friend that want to send his, it comes in my life, that's a no-no. If you go to the bathroom or stuff like that, so I help you take, no, that's a no-no. You keep that child close to you at all times when you go out. Now, like I said, not just men pedophiles, they are women too. And they are very slick and sophisticated how they do it too. Even in the car too, you gotta keep an eye on that. So like again, I'm gonna keep on saying this. If you want to know more, you gotta there's stories in the chat. Go look at it. For a very long time, that's why a lot of them don't even report it because deep down inside they know it's not going to be taken care of. But it's sad though. It shouldn't be that way. I just want to do my part, trying to save little boys. I say little girls, but I'm going to do my part to save little boys because their voices is not being heard. And we have to understand that. A lot throughout the years have been unreported. So trust me, it was very hard to find these stories that I posted in the chat. And this happened. This happened a whole lot. Because sometimes little boy felt, probably most likely they feel dirty, confused. They probably feel that none of the system ain't gonna believe me. What about my parents? So they hold on to that a long time, and they are being sick. And then they cannot have like a very healthy relationship with a woman. Tyrone Church, what's good? Thank you. Thanks for coming for support. Appreciate that. And welcome to my Periscope family. Thank you. Thank you, Periscope, to taste this, to be with the underrated though. The underrated one. Thank you. Appreciate that. So shout out to Periscope. So we have to do more. Even in stores too. You gotta keep an eye on that. Even like you have quite a few women. Oh, I want to take them to the store. Now you need to take them to the store now. So and they use candy. They try to give them some food, or they probably buy them something special. Gotta keep an eye on that, mothers. And I'm supposed to say for our fathers too, but we're gonna concentrate on mothers. So you gotta talk to your sons what's going on. You gotta give them the signs. You show them certain things to look for. Because if not, they're gonna be lost. And the sad thing about it, they're gonna be damaged for a long time unless they get help. And even sometimes when they get help, they not get the necessary help that they need to get. Again, like I said, The links is in the chat if y'all want to read some of it about it. Go ahead and read it. So let's engage. And like I said before, let's stick to the subject. Let's stick to the subject. All right, anybody that wants to come on the panel, feel free. If you didn't read the articles yet, please take a look at the articles before you want to get on the panel. So, yeah, right. Yeah, you did. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So back to basics. If you want to come get on, you come on. Anybody else? And I like I said, I can keep on repeating this. I urge y'all to read those articles in the chat. If you don't be outrageous what's going on, something wrong with you. Okay. It's real sad. Also, you got to pay attention the way how they kiss little boys. You got to see how that woman kiss him. The way how she hold him. Yeah. Also, there are signs that you have to see how long that woman is going to be in the kitchen or bedroom. These are things mothers and even fathers they got to look out for. So that's very important that we got to keep on engaging. I'm glad everybody's doing okay. That'd be very much appreciated. So, yeah, everybody doing fine. Yeah. Also, you got to be careful. Watch out. That woman say, "Oh, you can lay on my leg, go to sleep." Mm-mm-mm. So, yeah. Also, we see women pedophiles getting off as teachers, or even um. I did a story like last year. It was this family judge. She was, I forgot what state it was, but she was having orgies at the place, at the courthouse, at the courtyard. And that's sad. Also, you got women that wear short skirts. So they figure. People said, "No, I should wear what I want." What happened to the morals? So that's also something to think about too. And then sometimes even the sisters get into the act too. You have to understand. You have to understand that too, mothers and even fathers. Mm-hmm. Okay. There you go. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. So you read the two articles. What's your feeling on it, please?
It's a hot mess. Really bad. Um, I had mentioned briefly about the article with the 1 month old. I'm like, it's just a baby. What are you looking at a baby like
Right.
that for? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I just, I got nauseous on that one. That was nasty. And then that other one,
Mm-hmm.
it was more of a, talking about the mothers and then how as the young men get older, they have mixed feelings of, okay, yeah, as far as loving their mother, but then feeling resentment and betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And our society, I know you mentioned it a little bit whenever you were talking, it just seems to me that society sometimes isn't as outraged when the perpetrator is they're not as outraged if it's a woman than a man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why, because it's still a child that's being abused. So it shouldn't matter
Mm-hmm.
if it's a male or female who, as far as doing, terrible acts like that. Um, I know before you came on, you were talking about, as far as the dress and everything, you know, um, people have to realize that there are predators out there and they don't care if it's little boys, little girls, or if it's young women. Human trafficking is a real thing. People think that it only happens in like, overseas, like Thailand, you know, and China, just they think of it as something that's happening outside of the United States, but in reality, it happens here. It's just underground. You know what I mean? It's a business for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business for them.
Yeah.
Whether if they can get somebody in the states or somebody who again who may be coming trying to get like a green card or whatever or temporary work permit, or a school permit, then they could take their papers and then force them to do stuff that you know that they don't want to do. And people don't think that that
Okay.
happens, but that's more the the human traffic side of it. But getting back to the psychology of it, I have a criminal justice degree, and one of the things I learned when you get into rape and sexual assault and things like that, those are the least reported crimes. They are very underreported. I mean, if women
Mm-hmm.
don't even want to talk about it, then think of it, I couldn't think of a male being molested or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
So let
think
me
of
ask you a question. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I couldn't think of a male being, molested or harmed, because then it's like a society just looks down on that, like, oh, you're a male and you should have fought back. You know what I mean? It's almost as if they try to shame the victim, even more
Mm-hmm.
so if the victim is a male,
Mm-hmm.
which is a shame. Like, how? Okay, so if it was a woman, that you'd be like, well, it shouldn't matter, what the woman was wearing. Well, if you're not gonna shame them or make them feel bad about it, then why do that to the men or a little boy? I just don't understand
Mm-hmm.
that.
Well, again, anybody else that wants to get on the panel, the link is in the chat. Just come and join. Well, I will say this, and I want you to piggyback on is that I believe they don't care. They just don't.
When you
That's all.
mean they, but who are we talking about though? As
The
far as
system.
they,
The system.
oh, the system,
The
yeah,
system.
yeah,
They don't care.
no, they don't care. The criminal, the criminal against us system, as I call it, because it ain't it ain't for us.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right.
Yeah, the criminal against us system. They're like, oh, you shouldn't say that. Well,
Yeah.
you see what goes down.
Yep. Well, and sometimes I was like, what I told you, I was going to wait till tomorrow. I was going to set it up, and I was going to wait tomorrow to do it. And I should go rest up, tonight and do, the underrated music, talk about the late great Betty White. But I said, no, let me do it.
Well, that's
But you didn't even know.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I hate to have to take shots at people, but people say that they want to hear content and information, and that is true. But when you look at YouTube as a whole, I mean, there's a lot of people who support a lot of the drama and the dragging and the mudslinging. When you start talking about real issues, particularly that is in the area of like mental health, or
Mm-hmm.
or abuse or something like that, then nobody wants to have a conversation.
But I could tell you what comes to that to happen. I'm saying that if I would have put now, I want you to tell me if I'm right or wrong. Because I could admit that I'm wrong. If it would have been like father molest daughters, what do you think that would happen?
People would be outraged. They would be
And it would be
outraged. They would say, throw him under the jail. He should never see the light of day. and and even some people would say, as far as, oh, he needs to disappear permanently. Oh yeah, it would get nasty real quick.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And it goes to show that even the chat probably be filled up. Am I correct? I bet you they probably be. I bet you. I guarantee that it's going to be like another 3 or 4 going to be in the panel. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. But again, there's some men have been um, who have been traumatized in their childhood.
Yeah.
Some of it was sexual, some of it was emotional and psychological. Um,
Yeah.
and then of course you have and then of course you have a person's ego, and really, whether a person is a male or female, nobody wants to show vulnerability. Nobody wants to show that. They don't want to show that they're weak. So, and even more so for the men. I can only speak from as far as what society like gender roles are, and because I'm not a black man, I can't speak on that personally. So, but it's just it's just a mess. Nobody wants to show vulnerability
Yeah.
because they feel like, well, if I tell this to somebody, and if that gets out, then people look at a person may feel that they may be looked at differently, or they may be ostracized or marginalized, or you know labeled, judged. And we have a lot of labels. We have labels for
Mm-hmm.
day we have labels for days.
Yeah, we should do labels for this. And any man that wants to come up, feel free. Come to the panel. But before then, I want you to read some of the articles in there so you could be so y'all know what's going on. And also, I guess you heard talking about certain signs to look for. If it's like your mother friend. Well, you can sit on my lap. No, I ain't sitting on your lap. That's unless no. Or the way she hug him, and she caress him, like maybe that's her man. Gotta look at stuff like that. And mothers need to tell their sons about what's going on too.
Yeah,
Uh,
on both sides. I mean, I think that it's time for people to just stand up and just speak out if they see something wrong. And I understand that, back a few decades ago, you could say something to somebody, but now, like I said, you try to say something to somebody about their kid, shoot, you'll get cussed out in a bad way. That's
mm-hmm,
my son, and that, yeah, but look at the way you really think that was appropriate, what you did right there. I mean, it would be like me seeing somebody out in public with their son or something, and they smack their son on the rear end in a very inappropriate way. It's like, whoa, that's not cool. What are you doing? He's
mm-hmm,
like 15, 16, like 14, and you doing that? Like, what's wrong with you? You got issues. Like,
mm-hmm.
what's going on over here? You're not supposed to be looking at him like that. And then for the mothers
Right.
who and then for the mothers who do talk to their sons, uh they need to tell them that, yeah, some of these women out here you have to be careful of. They only want what's in your pants, and then they don't really care about you. It's either what's in your pants or what's in your wallet. It's a shame. That's the way some of these women are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nobody
And
wants to
that's
talk
the.
about that, because time you say that, then you say, well, you need to quit hating, and you need to quit dragging, and it's like, listen, this is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
And
the truth.
mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. And that's why I'm bringing it up right now. I did talk about something like what in the past, but I didn't really get a chance to go more in depth in it. But we will go more in depth on it. You know. Again, anybody want to come to the panel and talk about this? Feel free. You know. And also, we got to watch out of their attitudes. Their attitudes too. Look at you gotta observe. If a young boy is around a certain woman and he gets nervous, that means she did something. Gotta keep an eye on that, mothers, and even some fathers.
Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta be observant of what's going on. Yep, definitely. Yes,
Yeah, so
indeed. I can
gotta
only,
do
like I
that.
said, I don't have any kids, so I mean, I can only say so much. So, as I said, the link's in the chat. So if anybody got kids, you can come on up, because shoot, I'm not married and I don't have any kids. I have a younger brother, and
Mm-hmm.
with us having an 11-year difference, because I'm 34 and my brother's 23. And there was this girl that came.
Oh,
Now I got a story. So this girl came over, old
okay.
girl came over by the house, and this was maybe like 2 Christmases ago. So she came by, and we met her, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Problem was, she only, I could just tell that something was off. And I told him, I said, listen, I'm not trying to mess you up. She's a pretty young lady. She speaks well. She's intelligent, but there's something off there. Like there is
Hmm.
something that is just not right. And it came out because unfortunately, you know what he was? He was a rebound. So what had happened was she had already been in a relationship for like 4 years, right?
Hmm.
And then you know how people are. Well, we took a break. Listen, I don't take breaks. When it's over, it's over. But that's just me. I'm
Hmm.
back. I'm back to the basics. I don't take a break. You know what I mean? I ain't taking no break. It's over. It's over. So she
Uh-huh.
took she said she took a break, and then my brother, he came along, and my mom always taught him to be respectful around women, and everything like that, to have manners, to show respect. And she was there for the holiday, but then afterwards, I mean, she pretty much linked right back up with her ex, or oh, I was taking a break, so you really wasn't really feeling somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. You know how sometimes when a person is young and people don't know how to be by
Uh-huh.
themselves. That was what that was. It was um I can't be by myself, so you're here, you're available, I'm gonna chill with you for a minute, and then you know what I mean? I was just so
Yeah.
I was so offended by that. I said no.
Hmm.
And when he brought her name up a little bit after that, I was like, look, I don't even want to hear about that one.
Hmm.
I don't even,
Wow.
because
Mm-mm-mm.
she played him. And some women are like that. They'll only want to be with somebody just so, again, just because someone's physically there, they're not really feeling them, but oh, this is somebody who I can, go to a movie or dinner with. It was like one of those, and I'm like, wow. So you just did that to him like
Hmm.
that? I was like, no, no. And I told him, I said, no. He's like, well, he said her name. I said, no. He's like, but sissy, you really, no, I can't right now. Ooh, you know, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not even trying to hear all that right now. I said, because she used you. She knew she was going to go back to her ex. She was with him for 4 years. What you mean?
Right.
What are you
Right.
talking about? I was like, wow. But this young lady who he's kicking it with now is completely different. Um,
Yeah.
but that's how I can only speak through, you know, from other people's experiences. Because again, I'm not a mother and I don't have kids. But that situation just made me mad. I'm like, wow, you really just gonna just play him like that? And he is decent. I mean, I'm like, like I said, my mother raised us both to be respectful. I'm respectful towards men. Shoot, you ain't got to worry about me coming up on the job cussing you out. I ain't got time for that. I just don't have time.
Yeah. I hear
Just
that.
you know what I'm saying? Just coming all out of
Right.
pocket, coming all out of pocket. Don't
Yeah.
act like you can't
Hmm.
even talk to somebody like no. I don't know. I don't do that.
Hmm.
I don't no. No.
Yeah.
There's
That's
no
what's up.
way. There's no way.
Hmm.
But right now he's doing fine. He's
That's
been with
great.
this
That's good.
he's been with this young lady for like oh my gosh, like 2 years now.
Okay. That's good. That's
So it
great.
might be, it might be
Might
permanent. We'll
be.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah. Information, man. If you
Oh, he's
want
in
to
the
get
chat.
on,
Okay.
yeah, you get the chat. That's what I'm saying. I want you to come on the panel. I want you to come on the panel, but I want you to look at one of those articles that I posted up. Because me and information, man, we talk about little stuff like that. I want you,
Mm-hmm.
if you can, I'm just saying it's up to you. But you want to get up, come up there, just look at one. Oh, you just scat through it. You just come on and put your take on it. And so, I remember it was one time.
Yeah, I reposted the link. Hold on here. I was trying to multitask.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep on talking. I'm gonna keep on talking. I remember it was one time. This was I was single. I was single. I was single. Yeah, before. That's back in the '90s. And I remember I went to this restaurant, and it was this lady. It was this woman like screaming at him like that. Like I thought that was her son. Come to find out that was boyfriend girlfriend, and it looked like she was way older than him. When I tell you do something, you do something. I said you gotta look away. So she went to him, and she went to him and slapped him in his face. So
What?
nobody, yeah, it was slapping him in his face. So I got up. I said, "How dare you slap
Oh,
him in his face like
dang.
that, bro? Wow, how you slap him in his face?" He said he waited to tell him he got to wait. You were slapping his face. Okay,
Wow. But hold up though.
okay,
But you let him slap her. Oh, you wouldn't hear the end of it. You wouldn't hear the end of that if it was the other way around.
okay. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
shame.
so yeah, it is. And so when I said that, he said, "I thank you so much." And it was crazy though because when I see him like 2 months later, he said, "You remember?" I said, "Oh, you the one." He said, "I left her, and she pulled a gun out on me that night." What? And I said, "Wow."
Lord
So,
have mercy. Oh mother.
so,
Ooh.
so, so when people talk about it doesn't happen, it does happen, but it goes sometimes it goes unreported because sometimes they do report those things because then the cops they don't want to do their due diligence to follow that up. And I'm talking about New York. So when I was living in New York, yeah, it's crazy. But I'm glad he was doing okay. I was happy with that, and like you said, it would have been vice versa. People would have been angry screaming. That's why I create this topic tonight. And they also go for fathers too. But when you put the title, they give you like 100 things. So I couldn't put fathers. So I'm gonna say fathers too. Gotta look out for the signs, man. Mothers, especially y'all gotta talk to your sons.
I would like to say this. I know it was Mother's Day on Sunday, but I will say to give a special acknowledgement and shout out to all the single dads out there
Oh wow.
who have little girls or whatever you got going on. I don't care because they need to be acknowledged. I knew
Oh
someone
wow.
who was a decent man in my town, and he knows exactly who he is. I ain't gonna say your name, JC, but I mean, he had two boys, and the mother was all messed up on the stuff that she was on,
Mm-hmm.
and they should be acknowledged. That's all I'm saying. It's hard being a single parent, whether if you're a man or a woman. It's not easy.
Oh well. Better watch out. Better watch out. You know what I'm saying? What you say? You gonna say that on Mother's Day?
I show is. I show
Oh my
is.
God. Underrated.
It's
Why you had back to basis and tell her why she had to talk about single father? It's supposed to be I think. Well, the way I look at it is your day already gone. Technically,
hey, Father's Day is coming up. What is it? June?
yeah. Well,
Yeah, but again, that was just a late
yeah,
acknowledgement because there are
right.
single dads out there who, you know, I'd say it's just as hard for them as it is for the single mothers out there.
Oh my goodness. I might get flagged next time.
Yeah, it's all right. I can take the heat. Hey, they can come over and raid my channel and hit the dislike,
I'm talking
but
about
I don't care, man. Oh, you talking about this video? Oh, that'd be all right.
yeah.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
if you
okay.
have, hey, if it gets too ugly, you know you can disable the comments. I mean, I don't. My bad.
No. I just messing with you. I just messing
Right,
with you.
right.
I just
But
messing. I just messing with you. Nah,
but
but it's crazy. But it's crazy though because it seems like it's always like a one side. But it seems like we talk about stuff like we talk about right now, and I'm glad people are engaging in the chat. Yeah, please engage more people. Very much appreciate it. It falls on deaf ears. And they always say, what about the little girl? We already talked about little girls. Stick to the subject. And they get mad. How dare you? Well, how dare you want to switch the subject?
you
And
know what?
so, and even
Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead. Okay.
But you know what I found interesting? Even with certain things, you ever notice that how with breast cancer they have the pink ribbon, campaign,
Right.
and they'll keep going on and on and on and on and on about breast cancer, and I'm just like, okay, but what about prostate cancer and testicular cancer? Like you can't go on a teal ribbon campaign, or you know what I'm saying? Like what's
Oh,
going on around here? I don't see that being emphasized. Hmm.
they not either.
So do y'all want men to be healthy in society, or you just want people to be distressed? I mean, I noticed things like that. I just said, "No, shoot." I had
Um,
feminism. I had feminism pushed down my throat so much in college till it just. I think I just wanted to just vomit. Then when after
um,
I got out, I
uh,
realized I realized I'm like, I'm not a feminist at all. I'm good.
so, but you want me to answer that question for you?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Like my late father said, do you want the sugarcoat truth or the real truth?
You ain't gotta sugarcoat anything. That's fine. Just say what you gotta
That's
say.
I'm gonna tell you know what I think? I think there are feminists out here want men to be dead. They want to be because I think they do. They don't want to be around. I think that this feminist group, this feminist, when they talk about um, abortion, I think they want to kill babies. I think there's because I see groups of them. I'll be on the internet sometimes. I say, wow, and nobody want to talk about
Yeah, I know we went a full circle, but it's
it.
kind of
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
to not mention feminism with the title. I mean, because no disrespect to the first wave, feminists who really was looking for equality, for equal pay, for equal work, and for as far as being against domestic violence, but it just got really to the point where it just evolved into something ugly.
hmm
It's like I look at society and I think what was it last year? They had a man walk with like a dress on the red carpet for the Oscars. Like that had never even been done before until 2019. And I'm just like, are you serious? So it's
right.
okay for him to just walk out there with pretty much like a tuxedo slash like flowing gown or whatever it was. I can't even remember who it was. And I'm just like, but that okay, but and I understand that there's certain people who may be transgender or the LGBT whatever Q community, and I understand that some of them just want to live their life and they're not even about all that as far as stuff being politicized. But the thing is, it already has been, as far
Yeah,
as sexuality and everything like that. It's hard not to talk about this when it's talking about as far as rape or sexual assault, sexual harassment. It doesn't matter who. It shouldn't matter who the victim or the perpetrator is, whether the victim is a male, female, whether the perpetrator is a male or female. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean,
Well,
you
yeah.
mean that person? I don't care if she is a mother. You do something like that that makes you a sex offender. That, you know what I mean? You had to register as a sex offender. That, no.
But then at the same time, when they rate him as a sex offender, they like third rate, something like that. So they would never announce that she's a sex offender. And but I would say to the mother, I said the mother and the father is this. When your child, I'm talking about your sons, when your sons act in a certain way, I'm not saying to rule a man out, but 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 also never, go to the school, look at the teacher. I'm talking about parents. Look at the teacher. Look how she dressed. Look how she point to the ruler. Look how she engaged with the kids. And then sometimes they have detention in the room and stuff like that. Find out if she's the head of detention room. That's very important too. And look at him. If he start acting a certain way around this woman, you take immediate. I mean it. You go head to head immediately. Get him to talk. And I'm saying that because I see things when I was younger. And until the day, what happened to those young men? They had no justice. And they even was man knows, there was some boys know what's going on, but they refused to say anything. That's one of the reasons I put the articles in there. So if anybody said, "Oh, you just talking the top of your head," no, I ain't talking the top of my head. You just go to the articles. Because one of the articles talking about this 12-year-old boy got molested. So that's why it's very important, parents, talk to your sons, fathers, and especially mothers. You got to sit down and talk to your sons what's going on.
I hate to interrupt you, but that was the one thing I can say about my mom. Um, my mom and my dad, they didn't work out. So, I mean, they got a divorce whenever I was still a baby. I was like, this was like back in like 1987. I was born in 86.
Oh,
So the marriage was just hard. Once his mother passed, and my dad's mother, she passed in a very tragic way. I'm not even going to get into that. He really just went downhill
okay.
after that. That really
All
hurt
right.
him. But even, after they split, and my mom, she did date, but she was very, nah, there wasn't just going to be anybody just rolling up in, you know what I mean? Just rolling up in there and spending the
Right.
night. And that's the problem with some of these sisters out here. They are so like thirsty and tired and, want help. And I know I'm going to get, in trouble with this because I know what they're going to say. Well, I'm a strong black woman. I don't need no man. Okay. You keep saying that, but yeah, y'all keep you know, trying to fish for somebody. You know what I mean? Some women, they're not, like you said, as far as paying attention to who they let around themselves or their kids. Some of them, and then you end up with horror stories of
Right.
abuse. And you know what? It might start off with the man, and then he ends up threatening her, and then she ends up participating in that. It's terrible.
Yeah. And go more your point though too. The same woman say like that. Be careful of them too, because
Mm-hmm.
they want to get these young men that is 18, 19 because they know they're not a threat. So we got to keep an eye on that too. That's my mom. My late mom told me that. My aunt. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you have to look at it from all different angles. But yeah, my mom, she was very careful of who she let around myself and my younger brother. Like it wasn't you're
Uh,
not you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have
uh,
different men rolling up in there like that. Like really, this ain't no hotel. Excuse me. No,
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah. Before we can,
this is not the Holiday Inn.
it sure is, yeah. And sometimes too, family understand this too. There are cases throughout the years that that the teacher asked the boy to meet up with them, and they take him to the hotel, and they go ask, that's your son. They say yeah, and there should be no problem. I'm telling you, they take him another state. They believe like they go on a camping trip or whatever party it is, and they do their thing. So you gotta keep an eye on everything, mothers, fathers, especially mothers. The underrated one ain't gonna tell you wrong. Like I said, if ones who listening come to the chat, there's articles in there. You can read it for yourself. I even posted a YouTube story in Denver, Colorado. This back in 2016. I was trying to find something that's later than that, but that's the latest I could find. So they actually goes to show that we and back to basics we talked about. There's a lot they've been doing this for a long time, but it comes unreported. So we already know that law enforcement ain't gonna do nothing. So that means we gotta do it for ourselves as people. If we're gonna have the same energy to step to that man, or if he but that's a little girl, that's rightfully so. We should do the same thing for our little boys. It should be no different. You go ahead back to business.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a mental
So
health professional, but and my background is a little different. But I know whenever I was in treatment for anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation, yeah, I ran across some people who had a history of sexual abuse and some PTSD. Like I'm talking horrific stuff.
yeah,
Horrific. It's
yeah.
like
So
I couldn't imagine experiencing that firsthand.
mhm. Yeah. So and also you gotta look at where they go to the park. Like they sometimes they go to the park and they bring some kids. You never know. You know what I'm saying, man? It goes from man to, but we're gonna talk about women now. They call and say, "Oh, you want you come? Let's take a walk." But we far away from the classroom. I want to show you something. You like that? Touch it. Go ahead. Like how I feel. And you never know the child will listen to the teacher, or sometimes he gets scared. It depends how you raise. You tell anybody, I make sure you don't get no good grade. See, these are things that's happening. And like I said, throughout humanity, especially this community, turn on deaf ears. And trust and believe, if that young boy have not get no help, he's gonna act out. And then there are some women pedophile said, you tell them the one who did it is a man. That happens too. There are some men that have been in jail for decades. Come to find a day when they was telling the truth all along.
You know, and this is why we need to come together as a people. You know, this is why. And I know some of my comments are not going to be,
Yeah.
Accepted, but the thing of it is, we need to come together and clean house because this
Yeah.
is just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's just getting bad. You can, I mean, after looking at all the stuff that's been going on in the news, you can't depend upon
Yeah.
law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? You can't depend upon the police to defend or protect. That come on now.
They ain't working.
It's not gonna work. It's
Not gonna
not
work right.
working. It's
Exactly.
not gonna work. So um yeah, it's just not gonna work. So we have to do that
Yeah. So
ourselves.
yeah, that's right. Exactly. Let me make this announcement first before we continue. Um, I'll be doing an underrated music talk at 10 o'clock. That we're gonna talk about the late great Betty Wright. She was an R&B soul gospel singer, and she passed away. She was a songwriter, singer. I think she produced a little bit too. So we're gonna talk about her tonight. So the ones in here, I want y'all to come back at 10 o'clock or 10:30. It depends what time we're gonna end this. But if we're gonna end, I'm saying if it's getting good, I'm most likely I'm gonna put it to 10:30. But so far, it's gonna be 10 o'clock on the same channel. So I want y'all to come back. Tell people to come too. This is gonna be a moment, and also it's gonna be panel participation. It's gonna be panel participation too. So I want y'all to go try tonight. 10 o'clock. Betty Wright. We're gonna celebrate we're gonna talk about the life of Betty Wright. And she had a pretty. She was very underrated. So watch out for that. Okay. Thanks for sharing the link back to basics. And the thing about that, when we just talked about that, and the Alan Crooks, if you want to get on the panel first, please look at the articles that are posted in there, so you get abreast of it. If you want to get on the panel, but look at the article first. So, because definitely I want to keep it on a subject. I don't want to switch it up and everything. And then also you have to watch out of crowded places too, dark places, dead end places. So you gotta have those talk, fathers, and especially mothers. You gotta talk to your sons. And okay,
Yeah, I agree. Just watch out. Just watch.
watch out for everything.
Just watch
Just like the same
everything.
thing. Everything. That's like what you want. You tell your daughters to watch out for everything. Sons, watch out for everything too. You gotta do that because there are still not enough people thinking that women could molest little boys. They think it's okay. Little boys be molested by women for a long, long time. And one day I hope it stops in my lifetime. I don't know. But it has to be somebody has to get paid for it. Because you know what? I'm back to the basics and I wanna get your take on it. Every time they get caught, they get a slap on the wrist.
You're talking about as far as the females,
Yeah,
or just oh yeah, I yeah, I don't feel that it's just I don't feel that people or even society as a whole looks at it, the same. I'm like, it's pretty much the same. You got
yes it is.
someone who is abusing another person.
Yep.
But yet you guys are looking at it differently because that person abusing is a woman. It really shouldn't matter. But you know what's important? I would say it's important for the older men for the older men to talk to the younger men, and for the older women to talk to the younger women too. That's the thing. People don't want to talk about it. I mean, for example, I had someone close to me get molested, right? This
Mhm.
person waited until I was 17 to tell me.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
this person came to me. I need to talk to you about something. I said, okay. We both sat down and they told me. And then they told me who it was. And it was shocking on who it
Wow.
was that did it. Because you know what? It wasn't the teacher, it was somebody in the family who did that.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
People don't think incest happens. They think it's just a West Virginia thing. Oh, nah, it's not. So now when I look at the family tree and I look at certain things, I'm like, oh, so now that this has been revealed, um, let's just say certain people have dual labels, but nobody wants to talk about
Mm-hmm.
that. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Mm. Why you said that? Can you explain why, please, so other people know.
Because you know what that is? Oh, well, you know, that'll be, well, you know, that's just airing our dirty laundry and such and such and such and such. Okay, well, us holding it in isn't helping us either.
Well, I got a story to tell. Hold on for 1 second. I'll be right
Okay.
back. After that, you keep on talking.
Okay.
Just want to take it.
Now listen, now I ain't got no elevator music. If we're on commercial.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
It was the information. Anybody can hear me? Press one. People can hear me. Press one, please. Very important. This is back when I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. And anybody that talk about my life and everything, I talk about it. Matter of fact, information, man, you know what I'm talking about. So we talk about it. It was this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. Let's make up a name for him. His name is Donald. Every time I see him, he always cry. Everybody thought that was his father. So one time, now I'm the only one seeing this. I'm talking. I'm the only one seeing this, and I noticed that he's always happy that everybody else take him to school. And I want to let people know outside. Please don't come in here. Thank you. Please don't. I ain't talking about the ones in the chat. I'm talking about the ones outside that's really come to. Do not come in my chat and talk about that I'm picking on women, because if you said that in here, I'm bouncing you. I'm bouncing you out, and even men too. Do not play no games on here. I need to put that out there. So I noticed that when his mother, every time his mother take him to school, he always cried. And then when she let him go, you go to class, he'd be so happy. I said, what's the matter? I wish daddy and mother. Yes, I wish daddy and my brother to pick me up. You don't like mommy? What happened? You're not gonna believe me. And come to find out, the mother was molested. Mother, mother molested her son. There was another woman molesting him. That's why it was a three-way. Then it got so bad. It got so bad. I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell you like this too. This be happening. This been going on for a long, long time. It got so bad because the father did not live with them. They was divorced. And I remember it was cops, dark cars, dark vans, and nothing like that. And he was crying. I remember that he peed on himself. And I never forget the father, you don't have to worry about no more. And that was my best friend. And I found out later on, it was his mother and the aunt was molesting. And all along, people were saying that it was the father.
Wow, that's terrible.
And I'm talking about this. And I'm talking about this was in 77. So and then what's going on here? You still find men to this day, they think it's funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, man. And I wish some man out here would have some balls to talk about this. I'm talking about he be scared. He said, I don't want to leave. Could you walk me outside? Let's walk outside. I told my parents that. I said, Mom, Dad, the woman messing around with him. Because, you can't say a curse, I said, Mommy, his mother messing around with him. Sometimes he don't want to eat lunch. I said, what's the matter? I don't want to go home with her. Now I had it my way. I'd rather spend the night in school. So a young boy witnessed that. We're talking about 77. What year we in?
We are in 2020.
How many years is that?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Man. 43?
43 years, family.
43 years.
43 years, family. And the underrated ones still remember it. 43 years, I still remember it. And you wonder why there are certain issues like this. I ain't gonna say passion that I get damn angry over it. That your punk ass brothers don't want to talk about it. You think it's funny. But I'm a simp, right? You're a bunch of suckers, man. If y'all let that go like that, man. And your women too. 43 years, I remember. 43 years. I still remember it. After that, I never seen him ever again. I know he's going to be okay. And so please don't say, you too sensitive on the radio. You just, nah. Forget all that. I'm a man. I'm a well-rounded warrior. I know what I'm talking about. I've been through things. And there should be a lot more brothers talk about this. But some of them, they not. And I'm not saying brothers, I'm not saying other brothers is not talking about it, because they are. But it's not enough. You go ahead back to basics. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, you went all the way in. You even brought up that simp word. You know what that means? Here comes certain elements.
Yeah, sir.
In YouTube, it's gonna be YouTube and the Restless here in a minute. You gotta be careful. Shoot.
I don't care. I've been in fire before on YouTube.
I mean, you start throwing those terms around. Me, I'm still trying to learn what those terms mean. They be talking about red pill and beta and alpha. I'm like, wow, shoot, I can get a whole education just going over. I was like, all right.
I don't care. Because if that would have been vice versa, I would say the same thing too. But that's not the subject tonight, because they usually get help. And it's political too. Believe that too. That's why I created this subject. I create the title. But also go for fathers too. I already wanted. I ain't no punk. I hear you, Rob. I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, yeah, thank you. Because I got this Ohio education. I don't know certain things. I don't know.
Yo, them said, yo, they not intelligent. Yo, that's his saying.
Oh,
they
that's
not intelligent. They ain't intelligent. I mean, maybe to you it is, but to me, they ain't intelligent. I just wish that many more brothers and sisters have these conversations, and don't switch the subject either.
Okay, Rob, you're leading me astray, Rob.
Yeah, he just made it up. That's a good one. And also, you go to these department stores too. Got to watch out. Look for them signs. If you see a young boy do not want to go with their moms, and sometimes he probably don't want to go with the mom because the mom just spank him, tell him not do something. He was mischievous. I'm not talking about that, but watch the signs.
Well, like I said before, we have to come together and be our own advocate and protect our own. Because shoot,
Yeah.
you see what law enforcement is doing out here. You see what certain people talk about. Oh, we were making a citizen's arrest. No, you wasn't arresting nobody. You was literally sitting there waiting to do what y'all was what y'all was about to do.
Yeah.
That was not a citizen's arrest. Nah. No, it was not. Quit lying.
Mm-hmm.
If you co-sign on that, I feel sorry for you. I hope you don't get any peace of mind. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Also in picnics too. Got to keep an eye on them when they have picnic. Be crowded the room. Oh, what you come? You want some candy? I got your favorite. That's how they get them too.
Yeah, my mom told me, she said, don't talk to strangers.
Mhm.
Don't even let them get near you.
You know, my mother, you know, my late mother, my late father told me, they're gonna let you know, oh yeah, watch out for the men, but better watch out for those women. 'Cause they could be treacherous. No lie. Yep. Even I had women on both sides of the family told me that. Watch out for these women. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. But fathers and especially mothers, you gotta sit down with your sons. Sit down with your daughters. Yes, I agree on that. Even like if you got nephews, talk to them. Gotta talk. Gotta give them the real. And watch out in the house. Who, if there's a spare room, if they stay for a certain long time, you gotta check on that too. You gotta check on that too because stuff like that. But back to basics. While you reading that article, what else you find out? Or you already finished saying something?
Which one were you talking about? Were you talking about the one with the 1 month old or the other one?
Which one? Which one you read? You read both of them?
I read both of them.
The 12-year-old.
Let me see. Let me go back here. I know there was a lot of things that came out in it. Hold on here. That must have been the one that was from what is it, ABC? Hold
I
on
think so.
here. Yeah, because that went more into the mental health of it. And like I said, I'm not a mental health professional. That's something if someone's a mental health professional that they should talk about that because that gets into the psychology and the emotions of it. Um, I know there were certain things that were said. Let me see here. That usually with males, again, one of the words that I saw in the article, it said the abuse was psychologically, emotionally, and like manipulative. Um, so again, it's not just sexual, but it's also mind games because then that person who is abusing somebody else will use that against them. Well, you better not tell anybody, or unless this or that will happen. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the victim is a male or female. Um, and then what was so hard, what I saw, even with the criminal against us system, it was saying over there in that particular case that the mothers, what was it, being charged with sexual abuse of their sons are rare, like them being charged with sexual abuse, and then it's even rarer that there is a successful prosecution. See what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
here you have a crime that has been committed, and then nobody, it's rare that people that the mother is charged, and then it's even rarer that there's a successful prosecution. I mean, that's terrible. So so really the victim gets it's sort of like it's like pouring salt in a wound. It's like being re-victimized. Okay, this
Yeah.
is happening, and then this person was not held accountable. So this person could come back and keep right on doing what they're doing, and then it's your mother. I mean, what? That's I don't know what to say for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, what?
That was.
That's bad. It's terrible all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Then it talked about, now this is where I didn't like about that article, because it said in some cases some of the women have succumbed to the request of their pedophilic partner in exchange for the supply of recreational drugs. So to me, it's like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's not an excuse if somebody was on drugs. Like, you made a choice to be on a recreational drug, and there's a child involved, and you know that this person was, molesting your child. So you're just gonna let him, you know what I'm saying, let this person molest it, or you're gonna enable him to molest, or join in, participate with the molestation for some drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Then it said, here we go, another excuse. Well, in most cases, the woman perpetrator was herself a victim of child abuse. Okay, I understand that. But just because someone's a victim of it doesn't mean that they're going to go out there and abuse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So I put that article in there, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what I hear all the time. I'm being honest with you. That you gotta get slapped in the wrist. What's up, Jaquel? So, all the way around, like I said, been vice versa under the jail cell. And
Oh,
also, we
yeah.
got
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, and also we got to throw this out there too. You got some women judges that are feminists. They use their political instead of like think openly. They use their power. Oh, I don't care. And they know that she done. They just turn their heads from it. But I think of that too. All right, before we continue, y'all, I will be back 10 o'clock. I'm doing another underrated music talk, so I advise y'all to come back, and we're gonna have a panel discussion after this. After this at underrated music talk, and we're gonna talk about the late great Betty White. She was a soul, R&B, gospel singer. Also, she was an excellent songwriter, and she wrote some hits back in the late '60s into '70s. And also she had a pretty good gospel career too. But tonight she passed away yesterday, so we will pay homage to her. So that's like I said, it's going to be a panel discussion tonight on that too. So come back 10 o'clock, and so keep up with the title. Is this? If y'all know anything that a woman's around, and she be around little boys all the time, gotta report it. I know there are some men that will laugh, and it's not funny. Do whatever you can. Get that young boy out of that situation. We have to. Well, I know in Commonwealth, Virginia, if it happened both ways, they're arrested. So, but I tell you like this, that we gotta get that together. We have to understand there is a double standard. And we should not look for media to talk about this, because they not. I understand the media. Let me tell you this. The media rather talk about they praising homosexuality Then the young black boy get raped by women. I have a firm belief in that. Yep. That's not even right. And again, anybody want to join the panel? But before you join the panel, please look at the articles, read some of it, and you'll get the rest of it so you can come on. And I'm not going to be here that long because I got to get ready to underrated music talk tonight. And like I said, I want panel discussion tonight. So, or about the late great Betty Wright. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah. And also too, hey, I gotta eat, man. I eat. Well, this is a serious matter that we gotta take seriously. It can't be no more. We gotta turn our heads away from it. It has to be some serious dialogue. And brothers gotta pick it up, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we need one of these men to come up on the panel. My goodness. That's what we need.
I don't know. We gotta see about that.
Like I said before, like I don't have any kids and I'm not married, so I'm about to just fall back into the chat and not say nothing else because y'all got kids. Like this is mostly for you. You see the title? It says "Mothers Talk to Your Sons." I don't have any kids.
But it could be a board. But it could be a board conversation, though.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a board conversation. I agree with that. So whatever you say is good. At least you're in conscious with. See, this is the thing I want people to know. Being conscious what's going on, man. Start listening what this system's saying. Because they're gonna lie to you. And please share this too. Let's get them likes up. See, I got two people. Wow. Somebody, oh, that's right. But share this stuff. It's very important. Share this is very important. And also, amusement parks. Because a person that molests people, they like to take them in a certain public place. And they take them to a certain public place that they cannot go. Gotta watch out for that too. You know, they say, oh, usually men do it. No, women do it too. And women is very cunning too. I ain't saying I'm trying to act like I know about everything about women because I don't. I'm a man, but you gotta think on it. Sit down with your sons and talk, get them the real. If a man do it, I against that. But there's be a time women be doing it too. But we have to understand that. Even at nighttime, they probably have like, oh yeah, we having a party, and right, they friends and stuff like that. Nah, I'm going to pick them. Nah, you ain't picking them up. I bring them. And check out the supervision that they have at the house.
If they have supervision.
That's true. Yeah, right. I said if, right. I should say if right. You right, if. When they don't have no supervision, take them right back home. That child will get over it. But we got to step it up with this one. Even sometimes they use our boys for human trafficking too. So that they use the woman to lure the little boy, and they take him. So the same way that we take precaution on our young girls, we got to take precaution on our little boys. We had to, because they not being talked about in society. They are the future. I find that throughout the years, y'all like to pick and choose. Nah, ain't no more of that. You can go ahead. Oh, back to the basics.
Yeah, I would like to say on a serious note, I know some people might be sleeping on this, but Black men are under attack on many different fronts.
Oh,
It's not just the feminists in the sexual and the penal system. Oh, the Black man is just under attack. And if you can't see or understand that, you are blind. You have no vision. You have no vision if you can't see that. None.
Oh wow. I need to drink some beer for that. I ain't heard that from a woman in a long time. Oh wow. Might have to buy some wine tomorrow. Oh wow. You hear that? Repeat that again, please.
I said the Black man is under attack on many fronts. It's not just it's mental, it's the penal system, it's many different things. He's under attack.
Oh wow. You heard that, right? And she absolutely right. I'll vouch for that. But I do want to talk about the men think it's okay that this happened to young Black boys, even little boys around the world. When you don't support them, if you don't protect them, if they know that you ain't did nothing, it's gonna be a certain strain of your relationship that's gonna be hurtful. So you gotta think about that. There are some that I don't want to do that. That's my friend. She would never do nothing like that. And there would be some brothers probably know what's going on. They don't want to say nothing. Oh, you down with them? Okay. Yeah. And sometimes they're gonna say, "You sure that's happened to you? I should know what's happened to me." So we gotta talk about that too. No, this is not. This ain't right. Yep. And also supermarkets too. Did I say supermarkets earlier? Back to the basics.
I don't know. I don't think you did.
Okay, well I'm saying supermarkets too. Keep on supermarkets too.
Okay.
They can take sometimes, no, you have to get on. Sometimes they can take your child in there And especially if the bathroom is at the back of the store, how nobody back there, they can take them do what they want to do.
It's also the malls too. I mean, there's various places.
Yes.
The main thing is to be observant and watch what's going on in any situation. It could be. It doesn't even have to be a highly populated area. It could be it could be just somewhere out in a secluded area off to the side. It doesn't have to necessarily be, a mall or amusement park or
Right.
or even the playground. It could be
Yep.
anywhere because you have to think about,
Yeah, you're right.
you have to think about these people's mindset. They're sick. They're predators.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking about, again, once a person gets in that mindset, like I said, I'm not a mental health professional. This is where somebody else needs to come in. You get in that mindset, that's a messed up mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not,
Yeah.
and some of that isn't about sex, it's just about power. It's just about somebody feeling, having that complete control over somebody else.
Right. Well, information man, if you're ready to get off, let me know. The link is in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Certain things we cannot pick and choose anymore. We got to deal for what it is. Excuse me. So, yeah. And at the same time too, don't send your sons to the store at this time by themselves. Two, don't do that. He's a young man. He can take care of himself. No. Can't do that.
If you can't even jog in your neighborhood, I hate to bring it up, but I have to. If you can't even jog in your neighborhood and you got people rolling up on you, I just, oh, no, it's not a good time to be going anywhere by yourself. Anywhere.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And even
All right.
me, like I
All right. We got
said,
information.
even with my background, I got to be careful because they don't care
Hey,
about what uniform I'm in.
what's up,
Shit.
man?
Oh,
How
my
you
bad.
doing? Back to the
Oh,
basics.
I'm doing
hey,
good.
what's
How
going
about
on?
you?
Information man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting ready to take my daughter back to her mom. So I've been dealing with, you guys are talking about
Okay.
family and children, and that's what I've been doing, handling my business. So that's why I haven't been able to come on. I got to take her back.
I got you.
But it's a great topic. Definitely, if you're still on when I get back from dropping her off, I'll get on. But then I'll get on any other time that you're on. But great topic. So I appreciate what y'all talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like I said, this one I might leave in a few minutes. Like I might leave a few minutes, but I'm definitely gonna do. I'm definitely gonna do another one at 10 o'clock Eastern time, and you can jump on that, bro.
Okay, I'll check it out. If
I got it.
Let me go deal
All
with
right.
my
Yep.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Okay. Peace to you and your
All right.
family.
Peace and blessings.
Oh yeah, peace. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. So yeah. So it's so mother and father, you got to gotta do it.
That's it.
Stop assuming. Stop thinking that just a man just pacifies. We got women pacifiers too. And I know it's gonna be some women, you picking on us. You don't know what to go. Man, shut up. Shut up. And your man follow what they talking about. You shut up too. Get out of here with that, man. Y'all talking about, oh, I want to protect young black boys. I protect young black boys. But what about the little girl? Why black little girls too? Can't pick and choose. What's that Kato here said? Let you know that I will be back 10 o'clock. I want to do underrated music talk about the late great Betty White. So you can come back to that. That also going to be a panel discussion. Yeah. I'm telling you, I know you hear some things back to basis, but
I try to keep calm. I really try not to, to let the Aries attitude, I really
yeah,
try not to
you're
let
Aaron.
that
No.
Aries
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aries
God.
attitude come out because I know.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm glad I'm on your good side. I'm glad I like you. I like you. I don't want no problem. I'm sorry. I'm on your side. Please.
It's not like that. I'm good. But sometimes listening to some people, I'm just like, you got to be serious. Like this, the tunnel vision is killing me. And in fact, some people, like I said, are just blind. That's why I made that statement that I made earlier. It's like, listen, if you don't see that the black man is under attack on all these different fronts, you are blind. You are not seeing anything. You're just a deer in headlights that is lost. I don't know what to say for you other than Lord have mercy for you. Particularly some of these sisters out here that are just, some of y'all are just ratchet. And that's a whole nother different live. That's a whole nother smackdown that I'm not even going to get into.
You sure enough?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. All I'm gonna say is that I'm cool being a woman. I'm cool being feminine, and I'm cool just staying in my lane. I'm good. I don't need to replace the man. I'm good. I don't need to do that. I'm straight.
Oh wow.
I'm good.
I'm not. Oh man, that's rare to hear that. Oh wow. Man, we don't hear that. We don't hear that often. We don't.
And mind you, that's for some of the sisters. Not all of the sisters are like that. They understand. Yeah. I just don't. I'm good with just being a female. Thank you. I don't need to jump on the bandwagon of feminism. I don't need to jump on that bandwagon at all. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine. Just being what I am. But getting back to the subject, like I said, to broaden it, I mean, we have to, as a people, come together and protect our own people. Because as you can see, if you're going to wait for the police or the government to do something, you'll be waiting. And our people will still be terrorized. So we need to do our own stuff.
That's right.
You gotta.
We need to do for our own.
That's right.
I told people, man, like that. Yeah, we're gonna shut this down in a few minutes. Gotta get ready. I don't know. Y'all will know. It could be well. I'll leave 10 o'clock because to be over there, I ain't gonna want to shoot for a second. Yeah, but I can tell you like this stuff.
He said you wanted to chill for a second.
Nah, I would choose that, man. Nah, I ain't gonna chill. I can't chill like that, man. Nah, I can't chill. I can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. Nah, I ain't gonna do that, fam. I ain't gonna do it. I'm coming. You don't worry about it. I'm coming with them true bangers, like I always do. I always hit you with the true bangers. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. But before we continue and finish this out, tell somebody to come to the channel at 10 o'clock. I want a full panel discussion. And we're gonna talk about Betty White. This is very important. And you know, in the industry, she is very underrated. And she came in the industry very young too. I just want to put it out there. So I'm just saying, tell the people, you know, hey, underrated got some, you know, do something about Betty White on the underrated music talk. You know, let them know. If y'all not subscribed, or I can't say the word. If y'all don't, if y'all don't have me, hit the bell. Hit the bell. All right. So, well, I will admit I'm going to mention that again. You know. So, but can I ask, what's the necessary steps that we should take?
As far as this topic or something broader?
Yes. This topic and broader, please.
I would say it starts with having this conversation and then following up by actually putting in safety measures. I remember whenever I was younger, there was a neighborhood watch. You had people like walk in the neighborhood various different times at night, like various days, like watching to make sure that stuff, you know, watching everything. It didn't matter if it was 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You can't depend
Yeah.
on the police. And if you've seen what's been going on, like police brutality, oh, it's just at an all-time high. Like whatever this global situation, like they literally done took the gloves off and they just coming for people. You can't depend on them to protect and serve, because that's what the police is supposed to do. They're supposed to protect and serve. But since everything after 9/11 and all that training has been implemented and everything's been militarized, it's like, wow, are you the police or are you like another element of the army or something?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are
Wow.
you?
Yeah.
Like, what are you? You're supposed to be the police, and then if somebody's in the military, that's supposed to be something different. There ain't supposed to be no hybrid. You know what I mean? Oh, and I will say this: none of my statements are endorsed by the U.S. Army. Y'all already know that. I'm not trying to get no. Mm-mm. Nothing is getting flagged over here. None of my statements are endorsed by the United States Army, DoD. None of them people.
Oh,
None of them.
well,
None
fair
of them.
use.
Now,
I would
right,
say it's fair use.
right, fair use. So,
Fair use.
to get
Matter of
into the
fact, I'm typing
broader
right
part,
here.
to get into the broader answer, that's a good start for us to have our own, neighborhood watches and for us to really look out for our own people. But what we're really gonna have to do is, and I know I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. We need to separate. We need to have our own stuff. Hey, the Native Americans, they got their own stuff. They got their own criminal justice system. They got their own stuff. They don't necessarily, but you know what I'm trying to say. They have their own organic
Yes.
community. So that's what we need to do. We need to have our own organic community. And I know, because I know some people are going to say, well, you're an ordained minister. How dare you say that? And you're supposed to love everybody. And yeah, I do. But those people don't love me or my people. So you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? It gets a little rough. It's like, well, yeah, I know how I feel about you, but you don't feel the same way about me. So somebody's gonna have to separate. Looks like I'll be the one. Goodbye. I will leave.
Wow.
That's
That's
cool.
what's up.
That's
Mhm.
fine. I'm good with that. Nah, that's good. We need our own stuff. We need our own hospitals, our own schools, our own uh organic community, our own organic society operate just as good. All we have to do is, I wouldn't say replicate, but I would say copy and then make it our own to make it work for us. That's what we need to do. And I know what some people are saying, I can't believe you said that. Well, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I know. It's shocking. Well, you just did a
I ain't
broadcast
say
about
nothing.
love, and you did. I sure did. I said, "What is love?" And then I went into it.
Yep. I hear that.
You know, I mean, and I'll say this, and then I'll have to jump down. You know, yeah, even Jesus was tempted by the enemy in the desert, and then after Jesus was like, "Listen," I mean, and I'll say this, you know, he said, "You don't tempt the Lord thy God." You really think Jesus was gonna stay there with the enemy and not separate? Are you serious?
Yeah.
He just gonna stay with the
Yep.
enemy.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
separate.
You're
You
right.
gotta
Yeah.
separate. That doesn't mean that I'm a racist or that I'm a bigot. It just means that hey, you get tired of seeing your people get terrorized
Knocked out.
and killed and murdered, and it's like, this isn't working for us. Might be time for us to separate and go our separate ways.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that
That's
I'm a
true.
racist, that I'm think that I'm better than anybody. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do, say your last remarks. Before you say anything back to basics, don't say nothing yet. Let me repeat this. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to say 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock tonight, I'm coming back with an underrated music talk. We're gonna talk about the late great Betty White. She was an R&B, soul, R&B and soul, and gospel singer. Also, she was a songwriter. Actually, excellent songwriter. She died. She died yesterday. I forgot what place it, but she was born and raised in Miami, Florida. And she do something with Casey and the Sunshine back in the 70s. But she's very underrated and everything. And so we're gonna talk about it tonight. And that also going to be a panel discussion. So I'm looking for some brothers and some sisters to get on and let's talk about her. Because especially black women, y'all need to get on this. Y'all need to get on this. So again, 10 o'clock tonight. Underrated Music Talk on the same channel, 10 o'clock. We're gonna pay homage to the late great Betty White. Betty White. Okay, back to basic. Last remarks, please.
Oh, I just like to say that it was an excellent topic, and thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me on the panel. Even though there was times where I felt that it really was sort of inappropriate for me to be up here because I'm not a mom and I don't have a family. I could only um, just go by what I've seen through various different experiences through other people. But thank you for having me up here with
Okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you. Stay right there. And also, if anybody from outside, oh yeah, you didn't put none. The links is in the chat. Y'all can check them stories out for yourself. Okay. I would say fathers, you need to talk to your sons about what's going on, what we talk about. Mothers, definitely you need to sit down with your sons and tell them the real about how some of these women has been violated young black boys. I mean, they violate all boys. I put it like that. But we especially talking about our community. And it's happening right now. And we need to really take this very seriously. This conversation has to continue. It has to be like we got to be on the same page. There's no more, like I said at the beginning of the lie, there's no more pick and choose. There's no more being convenient. So I want to thank Back to Basics. I want to thank Information Man that he came up there for a split about a minute. And everybody in the chat, I want to thank y'all. On behalf of my channel, this is yours truly, the underrated one, the grinder, Chef JT. Not just chefing in the kitchen. We chefing up information. Believe that. Respect my existence. Respect the underrated one family existence. Respect the LDBC existence that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. Also basketball community. Again, 10 o'clock tonight. Be less than an hour from now. We're going to talk about Betty Wright. And it's going to be a panel discussion. So, Black woman, if you hear this, come on by. All right? All right. So, on this one, I see y'all 10. This one is Ghettost. Oh, yeah, and thanks, Periscope, for joining in. Peace. Ghettost.